At this time, I would like to recognize the members of our concert orchestra. Lauren Adams, Anna Engel, Jamie Bryant, Leah Castillo, Alexis Chan, Tiffany Clay, Nicholas Dawkins, V. Doe, Jackson Ellinger, Andrew Fricano, Kendall Gaston, Caroline Halso, Allison Helms, Julian Hussar, Estela Kuwata, Catherine Lee, Malat Mebratu, Gavin O'Connor, Gentry Otero, Anvitha Ponada, Kira Shiladia, Jessica Smith, Alea Solomon, Wilmuth Solomon, Ty Sambaranasan, Joki Tiaga, Salmuth Valapali, Shilaka Vidwans, Genevieve Villaret, and Vividia Yagredi. I would like to take this time to recognize the members of our symphonic orchestra. Joshua Adams, who is a senior this year. Sarah Andrews, John Auer, Peyton Breedlove, who is also a senior this year, Margaret Christopher, Desmond Coleman, Theodore Cook, Nicholas Coate, Jafari Kumarbach, who is also a senior this year, Matvey Ermakov, Yanwu David Lee, Sophie Liu, Cassidy Magyar, Arvin Manian, Molly McGirt, Piper Nelson, Aiden Kai Ong, Ashley Pettit, Elizabeth Pike, Connor Reed, Soham Roy Chowdhury, Sebastian Ruiz, Kylie Stanton, Aaliyah Vega, Berkeley Witten, David Nathan Williams, and Rachel Wu. Congratulations to all of our symphonic orchestra members. At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize the members of the chamber orchestra. Joshua Catanazzo, Alex Chadwick, a senior, Ann Cho, Maggie Clark, a senior. Trinity Clay. Nicholas Coate. Joshua Dowell, a senior. Sherry Dowell. Miku Fasan. Gabriella Glissman. Ariel Goodell, a senior. Brendan Hablutzel. Alex Howard. Timothy Kim, a senior. David Kushner. Audra Nelson. Claire Shee. Marie Sieber. John Wang, also a senior. August Wargo. Caleb Winters. Christina Shin. Iris Yang. And Patrick Yu. This year we had a number of students who successfully auditioned for the CMS Honors Orchestra, and we'll take just a moment here to recognize those students. First off, we have in the violin section Mr. Peyton Breedlove. Also in the violin section, we have Mr. Joshua Catanazzo. In the cello section, we had Miss Rachel Wu. In the viola section, we had Mr. Patrick Yu. And lastly, in the violin section, we had Miss Cindy Zhang. Congratulations to all of these students for their successful audition and participation in the 2019-2020 CMS Honors Orchestras. Good evening and welcome to the 2020 Superlatives Awards ceremony for the Providence High School Orchestras. We start out with our first nominee. This person has been nominated to Most Likely Become President. And our recipient for this award this year is Jafari Cumberbatch. Let's hear it for Jafari. Alright, let's move on to our next award. Here we have a person who is most likely to become an IT tech. I'm sure he could be used around school quite a bit. And our recipient for this award this year is Nicholas Dawkins. Let's hear it for Nicholas. Next award we have is most likely to cheer someone up who failed a test. This is a valuable skill, especially around Providence sometimes. And the recipient of this award this year goes to Miku Fasan. Congratulations, Miku. Let's everyone make sure that we are familiar with who Miku is, because every now and then we need that cheering up. Next, we move on to the student who is most likely to become a scientist. And there we have Tai Sumburana-san, most likely to become a scientist. Next up, we move to the award for the person who is most likely to save the planet. We do need some help with our planet, global warming, climate change. And the recipient of this year's award is Alex Chadwick. Let's hear it for Alex. Alright, I'm not too much into TikTok. Actually, I've never used it, but some people seem to be very much into it. Evidently, we have a person in our orchestras who was most likely to become TikTok famous, other than Peyton Breedlove. So let's see who this year's recipient is. We have Caroline Halso. Yay! Let's hear it for Caroline. Right, moving along. We have someone who has been nominated to most likely to become part of the symphony. I wonder which symphony that would be. Let's see who our recipient this year is. Cindy Zhang. Congratulations, Cindy. I'm going to start getting to work on those excerpts for your symphony auditions. Good luck with that. Moving on, we have the person who has been nominated to most likely to start doing the Renegade. I really don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's a dance. And the recipient of this award is Allison Helms. Let's hear it for Allison Helms. Yay! Maybe you can demonstrate the Renegade for us sometime. Okay, moving along. We had someone who was nominated to most likely to forget their instrument. Let's see who this year's recipient is. Actually, there might be several people that would fall into this category. But the nominee for this award is Soham Roy Chowdhury. I'm not sure congratulations are in order for this award. Anyway, let's hear it for Soham. Don't forget your instrument. Next up, we have the nominee for most likely to make a funny comment. And this year's recipient is Joki Tiaga. Let's hear it for Joki. Any funny comments on this one? We'll have to save it for later because I can't hear you. Anyway, moving on. We have the person who is most likely to become an Instagram influencer. We might need to get this person on our social media accounts. And the person nominated for this award is Sarah Andrews. Let's hear it for Sarah. Next up, we had the student who was nominated to most likely to play an instrument other than their own. That's a saxophone, but he'd probably try to play this one too if it was available during class. This year's recipient, I don't think Chamber Orchestra would have any trouble guessing who this person is. Yes, you guessed it. August Wargo. Let's hear it for August. Don't forget to practice your viola too, August. Moving on to the person who is most likely to correct anyone who plays a wrong note. Symphonic Orchestra loves this person dearly, and with good reason. This year's nominee is Peyton Breedlove. Remember, he flashes that charming smile at the same time. Moving on to our next nominee, we have someone who has been nominated to most likely to be everyone's best friend. This person is just such a bubbly, nice, joyful personality, and I can see this nominee being the perfect candidate for this award. This year's recipient is Audra Nelson. Let's hear it for Audra. All right, moving on to our last nomination for this year. We had someone who was nominated to most likely to be famous on the internet. Famous on the internet. Let's hope that that fame comes from a positive aspect. And this year's nominee is Trinity Clay. Let's hear it for Trinity, becoming famous on the internet. All right, that concludes our 2020 awards for our superlatives for the Providence High School orchestras. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great summer. Welcome to the Providence High School Orchestra's Class of 2020 Senior Roast. We'll start out our roast with Mr. Josh Adams. You can see him there. And he is, of course, a member of the bass section. He has been with us in orchestra at Providence all 4 years of his career at Providence High School. He's been a member of the symphonic orchestra. Josh is one of those people who likes rainbows, sunsets, and long walks on the beach. The people he dislikes are those who swipe left on him. I could say probably one of his best qualities is you can always tell when he is playing out of tune. That's because his bow is moving. All right, next we move on to Mr. Peyton Breedlove. Here we have a picture from Western Region, I believe. The original picture cropped out the auditorium at Appalachian State University. Mr. Breedlove is, of course, a member of the violin section. He has also been in orchestra all 4 years at Providence. Congratulations, Peyton. He has been a member of both symphonic and concert orchestras and should have been in chamber, but didn't get his schedule to work out quite right for that. But he stayed in orchestra. So proud of you, Peyton, on that. Peyton's likes are he needs or likes a lot of space to spread out all his stuff. You need at least probably 6 to 10 feet around Peyton just to accommodate his stuff, so social distancing really isn't an issue for him. He also likes newly restrung rackets and the smell of fresh rosin. Peyton's dislikes are people who don't play F sharp when they're supposed to. His best quality is that when he turns around to correct you on a note that you're playing wrong, he will flash you that sparkling smile. You can see it right there in this picture. Next up, we have Senior Alex Chadwick. You can see her here rocking out on the electric cello during our May concert where we had guest artist Mark Wood. So, of course, Alex is a member of the cello section, and she has been in orchestra all 4 her years at Providence. Alex has been a member of both symphonic and chamber orchestras. Among Alex's likes are new strings that won't stay in tune, and finding her favorite flavor of gum stuck under the cafeteria tables. Among the things that she dislikes are new strings that won't stay in tune, and faked stuffed unicorns. Among her best qualities, we have that Alex is a world-famous cook or has a world-famous recipe for baba ganoush. Next up, we have Maggie Clark. Maggie is also a member of the violin section and has been in both symphonic and chamber orchestras. She has been in the orchestras for 3 years, and she joined us during her sophomore year of high school. Maggie's likes are bugs. Among her dislikes, she dislikes how some people can't fathom that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and she also very much dislikes her old violin. Among Maggie's qualities, but probably the best, is that she is an expert at the covert nose pick. Next up, we have Jafari Komerbach. Jafari is a member of the violin section, and he was in orchestra 3 years. He missed last year because of scheduling issues. He's been in both symphonic and concert orchestras. Jafari likes tummy tickles and foot rubs. His dislikes are sweaty, smelly feet and having to play 6-octave scales. Jafari has an uncanny ability to match shoes between his feet. If you can look here in this photo of Jafari, notice that his shoes are matching. Next up, we have Josh Dowell. Josh is a member of the violin section, and he has been with us for 2 years. He joined us his junior year of high school, and has been a member of the chamber orchestra. Josh is the one in the middle there. We had a little bit of Maggie in the picture, so I put that cover up just so you wouldn't be able to confuse Josh with Maggie. Among the things that Joshua likes, it's not really known what Joshua likes, but we do seem to know quite a bit about the things that he does dislike. Among Joshua's best qualities, evidently he is a C4 explosives expert. Next up, we have Ariel Goodell. Ariel is a member of the violin section and has been at the orchestra at Providence for all 4 years of high school. In those 4 years, she has been a member of the chamber orchestra. Among Ariel's likes are Mark Wood, lots of water, and more Mark Wood. Her dislikes are not being pictured on Mark Wood's website. Among Ariel's qualities, probably the best that stands out is that she stays well hydrated, and she has an unwavering adoration of Mark Wood. Next up, we have senior Tim Kim. Tim is a member of the viola section and has been in the orchestras at Providence all 4 years. In his tenure in the viola section, he has been in both symphonic and chamber orchestra. Among the things that Tim likes are people in uniforms. He even wears a uniform himself. Among his dislikes are receiving music that has an overabundance of notes. His best quality is that he has a neighbor who lives in a pineapple under the sea. Next up, we have senior Amelia Mata. As you can see, she's pictured here. Amelia is a member of the cello section, thus the picture there. Cellos can be kind of gangsta. She has been in the orchestras at Providence all 4 years of her high school career. She has been a member of both concert and symphonic orchestras. Among her likes are two-day-old noodles and creating partial solar eclipses with her right hand. Her dislikes include counterfeit designer eyelashes and cloudy Swarovski crystals. Among Amelia's qualities, or her best quality, is the ability to bust out some Chopin, but still can embrace her inner gangsta. Next up, we have Senior John Wang. He's a member of the violin section and has been in orchestra all 4 years at Providence. He's been a member of both symphonic and chamber orchestras. John is very much the quiet type, but can bust out a Vivaldi concerto like you wouldn't believe. John likes a good healthy portion of turnip greens with a freshly cured ham hock. Under things that he dislikes, he really does not like overrated musicals and black coffee. Among his qualities, but probably his best quality, is that he has a lovely baritone singing voice and the ability to crochet an entire ball of yarn into a single line during a lunch. Thank you, seniors, for being a part of the orchestras at Providence High School, being part of the musical life of Providence, for sharing your time, your laughter, your talents. You guys are the greatest. I wish you all the best. Congratulations, class of 2020.